Hello my friends, I am finally sitting down today to film my hair, skincare, nails, favorites video. I fully realized that this is my photography page and my photography YouTube, but I asked on my Instagram a couple weeks ago if anybody would be interested in me just sharing some of my favorite things because I love hair, skincare, makeup stuff so much. I always have. I feel like if I wasn't a photographer, I probably would have went to school to be an esthetician because I love all that stuff so much. And during quarantine, this has just been all kind of weird, so I figured, what the heck, let's do it. I thought really hard about how I could do this video best, and I would have loved to do it on IGTV or Instagram Live, but IGTV only lets you upload 10 minutes if you have a certain account, and I knew there was no way I was going to be able to get through this in 10 minutes, and I didn't want it to just go away on Instagram Live, so I decided maybe a YouTube would be the best. This is not going to be the fanciest filming setup. I'm sitting at my dining room table. You can still see my gallery wall has not been completed yet and has patch marks all over it, but it is what it is. We're here to talk about the products, so that's what we're going to be doing today. I did want to just start off quickly by mentioning that anytime you're talking about products like these, I feel like you have to put the disclaimer out of, okay, these products might work for me because of my specific kind of skincare. I'm going to turn my phone off really quick. But they might not work for you. We might have totally different skin types, and what I'm using might not work for your skin type. So I'm going to talk about mine really quick before we get started. So I have kind of combination skin, very oily. I have oily hair, oily skin, and the combination isn't necessarily dryness. I have found over the years that my skin is very dehydrated. And that took me a long time to figure out what those issues were. So I still deal with hormonal breakouts, but the main issue with my skin is a lot of redness and a lot of acne scars that I've been really focusing on like over the past 6 months or so. So again, like I said, some of these products work great for me. All of these products work great for me. That's what I'm sharing. But, they might not work for you if we don't have similar skin types. But if you have any questions about anything, after you were watching this video, I'd be happy to share with those. I am going to kind of go a little out of order here. I'll try to keep the main things together, but I've just got everything laid out on my dining room table here, so I'm going to kind of pick and choose as I go. So first up, I want to start off with the two things that I pretty much use every single day. I always use, and I still have the little sample size of this. I need to buy the full size. I'm almost out of this, but I had gotten a couple samples in my like BoxyCharms and Ipsy bags, and I was able to kind of squeeze my way through just using these sample ones for a while. But I know this is on the pricier side, and I'll try to share cost of some of these things as we go along. So I've kind of been holding out on buying the big one, and I don't know how to say this. The brand is BELIF, Belief. I have no idea, but it's their moisturizing eye balm. And I really love this because it is a gel-based formula and it's not super heavy under the eyes. I like my under eye to be moisturized. I don't want it to be cakey and, all creasy with my under eye concealer, but I also don't want something super, super heavy. So this is a wonderful formula. It's very gel-based, keeps my under eye moisturized for a long time, but like I said, doesn't kind of weigh it down and keep it heavy. So this is the best eye cream I've ever found for a daily wear. And I probably will continue to repurchase this. So next product you can find, I'm pretty sure I buy mine from Target. This is the, and I'm pretty sure this is how this is pronounced, La Roche-Posay. This is the Double Repair Face Moisturizer. I love this so much, but I'm going to explain two products of this that I use. So this one in particular, I use mainly in the winter time, and going into spring. I'm still using it right now, but I will pretty soon switch over to their SPF version of this. It is fantastic. I am very picky about sunscreen and the products of sunscreen, or the ingredients of sunscreen. And this is one of the best moisturizers just for daily wear that I've ever found. Not super heavy. The sunscreen one does not cause any like weird flashback and white, color on your face or anything like that. I'm all out of the sunscreen one. I used it up last year, so I need to purchase another one here pretty soon. But man, this is just an awesome moisturizer. Moving on to another daily thing that I do, but actually in the nighttime. I was one of those dumb girls back in the day that used to pluck their eyebrows out like crazy. And I have been using for the past probably 2-ish years now, trying to get my eyebrows to regrow, castor oil pretty much on the daily. I've gotten a lot of regrowth from conditioning my eyebrows. Sometimes I'll do my eyelashes too. But I ran out of the last castor oil that I had. It was just a random one from Amazon, nothing too crazy. So I had started hearing a lot about this new brand that Target is carrying, Acure. So I purchased their castor oil. It seemed like their products were, this is USDA organic. It seemed like they were very, they had very good ingredients and fantastic packaging. This is actually a glass bottle, and this was not very pricey, maybe like $14, I think. So I use this on, I just get some of the little, the mascara wands, the empty mascara wands, but I try not to constantly throw them away. I'm really trying to change a lot of what I'm doing with my single-use products. So I try to use the same ones for a while, and I just basically brush this through my eyebrows and through my eyelashes. We'll see if I can ever get them back to how they're supposed to be. Next couple products are from one of my favorite brands of all time. I hope they never go away. If you have not heard of The Ordinary, have you been living under a rock? This is one of the best skincare brands. I love them, one, for their affordability. These are incredibly affordable. I think maybe these are like $10 a piece or so. And they're just a great skincare brand that should have high-end costs. So I use these. I use the rosehip seed oil every day. I use the retinoid usually like every other day. And these are both serums. So I use these at night, and I absolutely love them. Yes, they are kind of annoying to put on at night if you are doing it right before bed. Your skin's going to be really oily. These are two very, very thick oils. The rosehip seed oil is very thick, but rosehip seed oil is particularly very good for acne scars. So I have been religiously using this a lot lately to keep my skin hydrated, and to use the retinoid to get some of my skin to kind of shed off and create new skin to get rid of some of those acne scars. So these are two products that are just fantastic and are not very expensive. I have been loving it. I've probably been using The Ordinary for 3-4 years now. I have tried so many other things from them. There are things that I love. There are things that are like, meh, these are okay, not my favorite. And there are things that I don't think are bad, but don't necessarily work for my skin. Like, I know a ton of people love their glycolic acid toner. My skin hates it. I have tried it probably 4 or 5 times now just to try to find out if it is the culprit of it. Every time I have used it, I wake up the next day and I have little tiny pimples literally everywhere. Like, my skin breaks out so bad in one night. So I know that that's not for me. But one other product by The Ordinary that I do love so much is their AHA and BHA peel. If you're on TikTok, you've probably seen this before. This is going around like crazy on TikTok. This is actually my second bottle of this. I don't have to use this very often, and it should not be used very often, but because it is very, very strong. It is a peel. It is an exfoliating peel. And some people don't like it because of that. It can be really strong and very like burning feeling. It's very weird. It's red. It almost looks kind of like blood, but it works. It literally works. If you really want like cell turnover and skin turnover, this is a great exfoliant. I definitely do not suggest using this more than like once a week. Maybe even once every 2 weeks. That's typically what I do if I'm just kind of feeling like I want, a good pampering skincare night every couple of weeks. I kind of switch on and off some of the exfoliating things that I use, and I'll share some more of those coming up here. But yeah, definitely recommend The Ordinary. If you have questions about navigating their website, feel free to ask me. Or honestly, I know it's silly, but there are a lot of estheticians and dermatologists on TikTok that share a lot about The Ordinary and just about a lot of products. I felt very overwhelmed the first couple times that I was purchasing from them because they just have so many products, and there are many that you are not supposed to mix or use together. So I definitely suggest doing some research before you dive in and order a lot of these things. The good thing about them too, though, is that because they are so affordable, you don't have to feel so nervous about potentially spending, a lot of money on something that's not going to work for your skin. The Rosehip Seed Oil by The Drunk Elephant, which is a very high-end skincare brand, is very, very expensive. Like, I'm sure that's probably in the $50 range, whereas this is like $8, I think, somewhere around there. So yeah, definitely worth the price. Moving along, nighttime when I want to take my makeup off, I have officially ditched the makeup remover wipes. I have said goodbye to makeup remover wipes. Again, I was trying to, slowly remove some of those single item things from my skincare routines. I'm not the most organic, crunchy person ever, but at the same time, I have slowly been trying to change a few things for my family and I, and just try not to cause so much waste and so much plastic use and all of those things. So I have switched fully over to the face halos. So this is a fresh one. I watched this one. I absolutely love these. Face halos are makeup remover towels, almost as a very towel feeling, but like the softest towel that you could ever imagine. And these remove your makeup so well with just water. You don't have to, you can use something else if you want, I suppose, but this literally takes off all of my makeup with water. If you have maybe waterproof mascara on, you might have to do a little bit of soaking. They suggest soaking this in water and then just kind of holding it on your eye for a while to get that to loosen up. But other than that, I never have any issue getting my makeup off with these. When I purchased this a while back, I got a package deal. I think it was maybe like $50. It came with 3 of these face halos, and it comes with you get like a little headband to this, and this is like towel material to put your hair back when you're washing your face, which I thought was nice, and a little bag to put, this is like a washer machine bag to put your face halos in when you want to wash them, because they're, like I said, completely reusable. You just continue to throw them in the washer and reuse them. So yeah, I love those. I have really been enjoying using those lately and just feel good about trying to better the environment a little bit. Next couple items. These are a little bit newer to me. I also got sucked in by TikTok and so many people using these, but I'm hooked. I'm forever hooked. I will do this for the rest of my life. I have, and I'm gonna probably butcher how this is actually pronounced, the gua sha. I believe it's GUASHA. It is just a skincare tool that is used. I think it's a Korean beauty skincare tool, if I'm not mistaken. But what this does, and I actually got a package of that and the jade roller that goes together with it. So this is for the face side and for the eye area. And basically the idea of these is to really, one, get some of your skincare really deep down into your skin. So when I've got serums on, I can roll around my face and kind of just really get that in there. And this stays cold all the time and it feels so good. The main reason for this is lymphatic drainage. So when I use this, I make sure it's usually right after I have a lot of my serums on, or if I want to do it in the morning, I have to make sure it's like right after my moisturizer is on, because you want a little bit of slip when you're moving this around. But basically what you're doing is kind of getting a lot of that lymphatic drainage. You need to like move some of that water around in your face. Now I've seen a lot of TikToks and the people are saying, you don't actually have a double chin. You need to do this. Now I have a double chin. I know I do. I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't, but this does honestly help with the puffiness in your face, especially in the morning. So a lot of the times I will, like I said, when my moisturizer is on, or at night when my serums are on, you are wanting to just like kind of move up and move some of that stuff around, move down on your neck and get some of that like underneath here and kind of just give yourself a little bit of a facial massage. And I have been really liking this. Not only does it feel good, but it truly works. I had seen a couple TikToks where some ladies just did half of their face, and there is 100% a difference, especially if you are a person that wakes up really, really puffy face. I know a lot of people get that under their eyes, so the eye portion of this jade roller is really great for that because, like I said, it stays very, very cold, so it just feels so good to just kind of rub along your eye there when you're putting your eye cream on. So I got these off of Amazon. I know there are some nicer ones that are a little bit more pricey. I highly doubt that these are of really great materials or anything like that, but these do work, and it came in a package deal for like $20, I think. Moving right along, I will go into we'll do this one next since we're on the TikTok train. This is all over TikTok, everywhere. I've actually been using this for a really long time, and one tub of this is gonna last you for like ever. I don't even know if there's an expiration date. I should probably look at that because this really does last a long time, but it is the Indian Healing Clay Mask. If you have not seen this on TikTok, what you been doing, because it is all over. This is a very, very strong face mask, and I'm going to kind of give you a couple tips about using this. There are two ways to use this. It's actually just legitimately clay. I don't want to tip this too much, but it's just clay inside there, and you need to mix this with either water, or some people use apple cider vinegar. I prefer just using water. The apple cider vinegar is a little too strong for me. But basically this is just a very deep pore cleansing mask. It really pulls out the toxins in your skin. But again, like with the peeling solution, I rarely use this. This is not something to be done constantly. When I feel like doing it, I'm doing it maybe like once or twice a month. I'm not doing this, once every other day or something like that. This is one of the most important things about this is when you are mixing this together. I don't have it in front of me, but I just got it on Amazon, just like a little face mask bowl and mixing utensils to kind of slather it on your face there so you don't have to use your fingers. But the important thing about this is if you do mix too much of this together, do not put this down your sink. I have been hearing horror stories of people who are putting it down their sink, and it is legitimately like a sediment. It is clogging people's their plumbing because it's clay. And so you do not want to put this down your sink if you end up purchasing this and doing these. I tend to just like put mine straight in the garbage if I have extras left over. So just a little warning tip to go along with that. I have one more skincare item over here, and then I'll move on to a couple of my more expensive ones. Toner. So I mentioned I had tried the glycolic acid toner from The Ordinary, and that didn't work for me. I have tried probably maybe like 3 or 4 other ones over the years, and I always come back to this one. I don't use any other products by this company anymore just because I did find ones that I tend to like better. But overall, Paula's Choice is a fantastic skincare company. I still use this toner, which this one is the Skin Balancing Pore Reducing Toner. And I just love this stuff. Like I said, always go back to it. I haven't found one that I like more than this. This says it's for normal, oily, and combination skin, and it is weightless liquid that minimizes pore size, helps prevent signs of aging, and eliminates flaky, dehydrated skin. So that's where they sold me. Like I said, I knew I have dehydrated skin, so I really, really love this. I do this sometimes in the morning, but a lot of times just at night after I cleanse my skin. And wash off with the face halo and everything. But during the morning, you can certainly do this too. And it is just, you should absolutely be using a toner. And if you are confused about kind of the process in which you should do your skincare, like what order should things go in, again, there are a gazillion TikToks out there that specifically talk about what order all of your skincare should go. So if you don't have TikTok, I feel like this is sponsored by TikTok. It's not. I wish it was, but you should definitely go get it because honestly, I have learned so many things. My TikTok now is basically just home decor things and skincare, makeup stuff, and photography stuff. And like, that's it. The algorithm has figured out the things that I love the most. So I actually do learn a lot and find a lot of new products by just scrolling through there. So last 2 skincare items. So these are more pricey. I'm going to just throw that out there. But they are 2 things that I've been using. I would say I know that I got these before my wedding, and I will be married 5 years this year. So it's been a long time since I've been using these. I'm going to show you this. This is gross because I leave it in my shower a lot of the times and I need to just like clean it, but it's my Clarisonic. There are a gazillion face wash, brush, scrubber things out there. I feel like the Clarisonic was probably the first one to come out, and it was pricey, but I'm pretty sure I got both of these on Black Friday deals. But I just love the Clarisonic. It is so high quality, and the brushes are so high quality, and there's a lot of things that you can, or a lot of attachments that you can use with it. So there's like a body brush and just so many other things, so many different kinds of brushes for specific kinds of skin, sensitive skin, more exfoliating brush, all of that stuff. And I've just never really found one that I liked better than this. So this was worth the money to me. But again, I know there are a gazillion different ones, and I know there's a lot of cheaper versions out there. So if you are not sure if a face washing brush is going to be for you, maybe try one of the cheaper ones before you splurge on this. I keep this one in my shower a lot because I just like to give myself like that really, really deep cleansing face wash in the shower because it's just easier, and then I'm not getting water all over the sink and all of that stuff. So I tend to like to do that there, and this is pretty exfoliating for me. So I don't feel like I need to wash with the Clarisonic every day. Some people do, but I don't want to overdo with the exfoliating, so I tend to do this like every other day or so. But man, I do love it. And then lastly for the skincare, I think, I'm looking around making sure I didn't miss anything. This is the PMD, the Personal Microdermabrasion. So same thing, I got this before my wedding, I remember. And again, a little bit on the pricier side, but I got it on a Black Friday deal. So I think it was maybe like $80 or something like that when I got it. But what this is, it's literally just personal microdermabrasion. So microdermabrasion that you would get in a dermatologist or esthetician's office, you can do at home. So essentially what this does is there are little discs on each of these, and they come in all sorts of, it's almost like sandpaper. It's like sandpaper grit. Like they come in all sorts of different kinds for sensitive skin. This is actually the pretty intense one. I've worked my way all the way up to the pretty intense one. But the key thing is I do this like once every 2 weeks. I don't do this very often. You do not need to do this on the regular because it's very strong for your skin. So essentially what it does is, I don't have this plugged in, but when you turn it on, it creates a lot of suction. So when you do this, it's literally just, you just want to pull your skin very taut, and it kind of suctions to your skin, and you just make movements going on up, and it's literally just doing microdermabrasion to your skin. So I have continued to love this over the years. I think it does a fantastic job of just getting all of that dead skin cells and really bringing up that fresh new skin, and it saves me a lot of money from having to go and have it done professionally. So this was worth it to me. Again, if you like that kind of stuff, I would, you know, maybe look into it before you drop the money on it, but it works fantastic. And I don't think I've ever really seen any other ones besides that one. There could be other brands, but I have been very happy with this one for several years, so I haven't had to look for others. But yeah, that is love the PMD. Let's move on. We can move on to hair care. So for hair care, now I'm gonna reach over here because all my hair stuff is over here. I will say I love hair products. Do I love them as much as skincare and makeup? No. There are certainly days that I do like a full face makeup and I don't do my hair at all because I don't love it all that much. But I do still love trying different hair products and seeing what works for my hair. So again, same thing with skincare. Everybody has different types of hair. What works for me might not work for you. My hair is very oily, very thin, very lifeless, very just, I don't know. I've had a struggle with my hair. It's one of my insecurities. My hair is honestly so very thin that you can see a lot of my scalp sometimes. I have a hard time wearing certain hairstyles because in the back of my hair, I just really don't have a whole lot of hair. And it's been that way for a long time, but it got significantly worse after I had my son. My hair was just legitimately falling out in chunks and it never fully came back. So I honestly have, I mean, almost bald spots in some areas in the back. So it's a really big insecurity of mine. I'm happy to share it though, because these are products that I found that help with that a little bit. So if you deal with some of those issues too, maybe some of these will work for you. So I'm going to start off with, well, actually I'll do this brand because I have one product that is just body care, and talk about this brand for a little bit. Raw Sugar is one of my, is that in focus? One of my favorite brands of all time. I get mine, if you're local to this area, I get mine at Meijer. I use so many things by them. Honestly, I'm trying to think of them all. This one in particular is their sugar scrub. I wish that you could smell this through the screen because, Holy smokes, it smells so good. This is the pineapple and Mackay berry and coconut. Oh my gosh, it's so good. But it's literally just sugar scrub in there. I love to use this when I am doing self-tanner because it can give a really, really good exfoliation before or after your self-tanner. And it just smells so good. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. So I use that sugar scrub. I actually use, and I'm pretty sure it's that scent, I use their body wash. Love it so much. I use their shampoo and conditioner. Not every day. I have their, actually it goes along with this line. This is the Pure Scalp Therapy line. I put this one in particular in here though because I love this so much. This is their scalp treatment. So I don't have to use this very often, but when I do, oh, I love it so much. I will say this has a pretty strong smell, like peppermint type smell, and the shampoo and conditioner that go with this are very tea tree oil scented, but they do work. I think that they're just a very good kind of getting all of that product buildup and everything out of your hair and kind of giving your scalp a second to breathe without all of that product on there. And they just have very, very good ingredients. Free of sulfates, parabens, no silicones. They're color safe, they're vegan. I just think that this is a fantastic brand. Like I said, I use their body wash, this sugar scrub, shampoo, conditioner, this scalp treatment. I use their lip treatments. We have their hand soap. Like, I love this brand so much. Also not sponsored by them. I wish I was, but just a really, really good brand in an affordable price. I typically try to use more high-end products on my hair. I know that this is not a salon product, but I really, really do love this. The salon product that I love so much though, and I have so much of this stuff, it's one of the only brands that I've ever found that just works for my hair. Like, all of it just works for my hair. It is the Kenra brand. I love all of the Kenra products. This one in particular is the Thermal Styling Spray. I have several of them sitting here, so I will share them. I use the Thermal Styling Spray. I use two different hairsprays by them. The number 25 is a very, very firm hold. So I'll use this like on Johanna's hair when I have to do her like dance buns and stuff like that. Like, this is pretty strong. But mainly for on like the everyday, I use the number 14, which is a more like flexible hold hairspray. Love both of those. And then to get a little bit of volume in my hair, I don't have these in today because I wasn't really going anywhere, so I wasn't going to go all out with my hair, but I love both of these. I use the number 13, the root lifting. Is that focusing? Come on. There we go. The number 13, the root lifting spray. And my favorite one is the number 3, the dry boost spray. Come on, focus, focus, focus. I don't use this camera very often, guys, so it's not the greatest at picking up things. But it's the dry volume burst instant soft hold volumizing spray. Works very, very well. Yes, love Kenra products. They're some of my favorites, and I think they just do such a good job for fine, lifeless hair like mine. The only other hair product that I typically use is the Lanza. I get this from Ulta. This is the second time I've bought this. It's just the Healing Strength Silk Serum, it's called. I typically try to stay away from using products like this anywhere near the upper part of my hair because, again, my hair is so oily. So I only use this on the ends of my hair when I'm using heat on my hair and I know I'm going to blow dry it or curl it or anything like that. Just gives my hair a little bit of nice silkiness towards the ends and makes them not so dry, because I use this next product nonstop all the time. If you do not have one of these blow dry brushes, you need one. Now, go on Amazon right now. I have the Revlon one. I think this was like the first one to come out. I know lots of other brands are starting to carry these now, but I love this thing so much. I will never probably ever use another regular blow dryer again. I actually gave my regular blow dryer to my daughter because I never use it. I literally have been using this probably for a year straight now. I will say if your hair is very long and very thick, this might not be your favorite thing ever. For me, no joke, I typically do my makeup first before I do my hair. So my hair is in like a microfiber towel drying for a little bit while I'm doing my makeup. But once I take that down so it's not soaking wet, I can blow dry my hair in 4 to 5 minutes, maybe less. Again, my hair is very, very fine and I don't have a whole lot of it, so it doesn't take a whole lot, and not only can I blow dry it in that amount of time, but it looks good afterwards. It looks like I just got a professional blowout. I always struggled using a round brush before when I was using a regular blow dryer. I felt like my arms were getting so tired and I just couldn't get, I was constantly having to like turn my blow dryer off and set it down and then, separate my hair and move on to another section. With this, I don't have to do that at all because you have a free hand here. So I can do a lot of that work with the other hand when I'm using this. So I love this so much. This is one of my favorite products of all time. I will never probably use a regular blow dryer ever again. Lastly here, I have two just kind of random products. I should have talked about this one when I was talking about my scalp treatment thing, but I use one of these little scalp brushes in the shower. You can get these on Amazon. There are all sorts of places. They just have these little silicone combs on them, and it just really allows me to kind of get into my scalp area, especially in the winter time when it's really dry, and just get a lot of that product buildup off of my scalp. I have really been trying to back off some of the dry shampoo a little bit because I know that that causes a lot of hair loss issues for people who have similar hair types like me. So I have been really trying to take care of my scalp to make sure that it's not making my hair loss problems even worse. So while I do this as gentle as I can, it is getting in there and getting a lot of that product out of there. So I love having one of these in the showers. This is a great little product to have. And like I said, it's just from Amazon. And then lastly, if you have ever seen the little ponytails that are just the little twisty kind, this one in particular is the Invisibobble, but this one is a little bit different. I'm pretty sure that was one of the first brands to come out with those. And they are a little bit pricier, but they do work. Again, with me having very fine, thin hair, I curled my hair today. If I want it to still be something that a style that I can wear tomorrow, I know that I cannot just put my hair in a regular ponytail today or tonight or anything like that, because I would have a huge crease in my hair and there's no way I would be able to get it out because my hair it's so fine. So I did love those Invisibobbles, but then they came out with the scrunchy version of them and these work even better. So inside is one of the little plasticky ponytails, but it's got just a little velvet scrunchie over top of it. I found that these do not leave a crease in my hair. I felt like the ones before, wrapping it around my hair once wasn't enough, but if I did it twice, they kind of got tangled up a little bit. And so when I saw these, I was like, yes, this is exactly what I needed. So I put these in my hair at night. I just kind of gather all my hair up, put it on top. If I know particularly that I want my hairstyle to last the next day and I don't, want to rewash my hair or restyle it, I also wear, my husband makes fun of me so much, but I don't care. Even though my hair dries fast, it still takes a long time to do your hair. So when I know that I want it to last, I will also wear one of these little like silk caps at night. You can use a silk pillow as well. That kind of works too. But this kind of just keeps all of my hair all together in there. And I love this for 2 reasons actually. Number one, it, like I said, keeps all my hair intact and I'm not kind of making it frizzy and all of that stuff by rolling around while I'm sleeping. But number 2 is when I was talking about these 2 products and how I use them at night, they're very oily. If I don't do this earlier in the night and I'm going to bed right after doing this, I'm getting this oil all over my pillow and in turn getting it all over my hair. So the next day my hair is going to be oilier. So when I wear this, I'm able to kind of just, you know, keep my hair all together and keep the oils from getting into it. So I have found that that helps the longevity of not having to wash my hair so much more than just putting it up without anything on it. So I got this from Amazon. Like I said, it's just got silk inside of here. This brand is called Focus Care. There's a gazillion of these out there, but I know it looks silly. My husband, like I said, makes fun of me all the time, but it's worth it to have to not do my hair constantly. Lastly, I think that was all my hair stuff. Yeah, so lastly, I'm just going to talk, I have just one more kind of product here. Nails really quick. I do not have my nails done right now because we are in quarantine and I kind of just, what's the point? For having very, very thin and kind of lifeless hair, I was blessed by the nail gods because my nails are very, very strong. They grow incredibly fast and incredibly long. Even when I was getting my nails done for a while, did not have to get acrylics because my nails alone are typically strong enough to withstand quite a bit. They're pretty long right now. I haven't really done much with them in a while. But because of that, I'm able to do my nails at home most of the time. Love the nail salon, love being able to chat up with the ladies there, but that's also a pretty expensive thing to have done all of the time. So I invested in a UV light. So I use the Sun UV, again, just from Amazon, and do my gel nails at home. So I had a smaller version of these for a long time and had to do kind of, it wasn't very strong. And so it was taking me a really, really long time. And so I stopped doing it for a little while. And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to spend a little bit of money on this. I think this was maybe $30, $40, nothing too crazy. So I used that UV light with the Gelish nail brand. I particularly suggest this. This is the Structure Gel. So if you've ever had gel done at the nail salon, you know how after you get gel done, it's very thick, like your nails just look so thick and healthy. When I use just the regular Gelish products, so this is the pH Bond, the foundation, and then the top coat. I didn't bring any of the colors, but I have a gazillion colors too. Once I do a couple layers of that, it looks great. I could totally leave it like that, but it doesn't give that like really thick look to the gel nail. The thickness comes from this Structure Gel. So I use this in between coats to kind of just give it that really, really thick look. And that's ended up working very, very well for me. I love these products. I tend to just get mine at Sally's. They carry all of this stuff except the light. I do think that they have some lights there, but I got that one from Amazon. But the Gelish products, I have had really good luck with those, and they have a gazillion colors. They are pretty expensive. I know the colors are typically $12 a bottle, I think, but they last me such a long time because I only do mine and Johanna's nails, and we don't do them constantly. We give them a break every once in a while, so that is not too bad of an investment when you're wanting to do your nails at home. So I think I'm kind of just looking around here, making sure that I got everything. I think that is everything. This video is probably incredibly long, even though I said I didn't want it to be. I apologize for that, but I have a lot of things that I use, and I'm sure my makeup video is going to be just as long. So I'm gonna apologize in advance for that when I have that one up finally. But again, if you have any questions on any of these products or product recommendations, I've pretty much tried everything at this point. I love products, as you can see. I love to review them, test them out, see which works best for me. So please, if you have any questions, feel free to send them my way, and I will see you guys next time in my makeup video.